Like she was like maybe 8 years old. She got injured on the leg.
A morning of festive celebration in Sydney turned into terror on Sunday afternoon when gunmen opened fire at a Hanukkah by the Sea event at iconic Bondi Beach, leaving at least 15 people dead, including children and a gunman, and injuring nearly 26 others. The attack, which lasted at least 10 minutes, shattered what should have been a gathering of light, community, and holiday joy. But amid the chaos and carnage, there came a moment of remarkable courage, captured on video and shared around the world. Video footage from the scene shows a man in a white shirt sprinting toward one of the armed attackers. With a long gun in hand, the assailant was firing at people at the event. Without hesitation, the man, later identified by family as 43-year-old Ahmed Al-Ahmed, closed the distance, sneaking up behind the shooter and wresting the weapon away from him in a desperate physical struggle. The attacker fell to the ground and then scampered away. That single act, a brave intervention in the middle of a deadly assault, likely saved more lives. Ahmed El-Ahmed is not a trained combatant. He's a father of two from Sydney, known locally for running a small fruit stand. According to family, he leapt into action not out of training, but out of instinct. In the struggle, Ahmed was reportedly shot twice. He was rushed into surgery and is now undergoing treatment, with his cousin telling 7 News, "We do hope he will be fine. He's a hero 100%. His bravery has become one of the most talked about aspects of this tragic event. The attack, which lasted for about 10 minutes, occurred at a Hanukkah celebration on Bondi Beach, an event meant to bring community members together in peace and joy. Eyewitnesses say the 2 gunmen opened fire suddenly in a crowd of families, children, and holiday goers.
So me and my friends were sat on the hill at North Bondi, and we were just like chilling, watching the sunset, and then we heard the gunshots, but we weren't sure initially what it was. And then one of my mates was like, "Oh, that's definitely gunshots." And then we saw people start to run, and I think after that, then everyone started to scatter. Like the beach cleared in like 30 seconds, and everyone was like hiding or running towards North Bondi basically because that was the easiest way to get away from it from what we could see. But yeah, it was a bit. No one really knew what was going on at first, and it was a bit confusing. But then, yeah, after that, I think everyone realized something was really wrong. I thought it was fireworks initially. You just don't expect this sort of thing at all on Bondi, or like generally in life, to be honest, but especially on Bondi. So we were just a bit confused. But then, obviously, as the gunshots kept firing, we knew that it was something seriously wrong. And then the police responded pretty quickly. Like we heard the sirens not that long after. But I think what was the most like shocking was how long the gunfire lasted. Like the shots were going on for ages, like multiple minutes, it felt like. As I said, I went up the hill to kind of look over, but we couldn't see it. But the gunshots were really near us in terms of how loud they were. So yeah, it was scary. As I said, it was just a kind of like get out of there moment. It's hard to say how you feel at the time because you're not really thinking about it in terms of like a logical thought process. But yeah, it was definitely a sort of we need to not be here because, as I said, the gunshots were really loud. Like you could tell they were in a fairly close proximity. So then you're like, we've got to go kind of thing.
I seen like a kid, like she was like maybe 8 years old. She got injured on the leg, and she was crying, and she was on the ground. So she was behind her mom. Her mom was on the ground as well. So her mom, she was holding her kid. She was 8 years old, and the other kid, she was like maybe 2-3 years old as well. And yeah, they've been like that, and many people, they've been running away.
Panic spread as people sought cover, and first responders rushed to the scene within minutes. At least 12 people were killed, with the victims including children. Another 29 people were injured, sustaining a range of wounds as the gunfire erupted. Amid the terror, witnesses reported seeing people struggling to escape, families searching for loved ones, and emergency services coordinating a rapid response. Within hours, authorities confirmed that one of the attackers was killed and the other was taken into custody. As per the police, the two gunmen were father and son. The 50-year-old man died at the scene, while the 24-year-old remains in hospital in critical condition. The assailants' motives and any potential connections remain the subject of ongoing investigation. The police are investigating a vehicle containing several improvised explosive devices linked to a suspect in a mass shooting.
As part of the investigation and shortly after the shooting occurred, police located a vehicle in Campbell Parade at Bondi, which we believe has several improvised explosive devices. We have our rescue bomb disposal unit there at the moment working on that.
Australian Prime Minister Albanese delivered a direct message to the Jewish community and to all Australians about unity in the face of terror.
This is a targeted attack on Jewish Australians on the first day of Hanukkah, which should be a day of joy, a celebration of faith. An act of evil anti-Semitism, terrorism, that has struck the heart of our nation. An attack on Jewish Australians is an attack on every Australian, and every Australian tonight will be, like me, devastated on this attack on our way of life. There is no place for this hate, violence and terrorism in our nation. Let me be clear, we will eradicate it. Amidst this vile act of violence and hate will emerge a moment of national unity, where Australians across the board will embrace their fellow Australians of Jewish faith at this dark moment for our nation. Our police and security agencies are working to determine anyone associated with this outrage. Our agencies will provide you with factual updates as quickly as possible as they continue to emerge. The evil that was unleashed at Bondi Beach today is beyond comprehension, and the trauma and loss that families are dealing with tonight is beyond anyone's worst nightmare. Australians have had their lives cruelly stolen and many have been injured. For all Australians, our first thoughts are with those in the terrible early hours of their grief. We are also thinking of everyone being treated for their injuries, and many of whom are alive right now because of the courage and quick action of the New South Wales Police and the first responders who rushed to their aid, as well as the courage of everyday Australians who, without hesitating, put themselves in danger in order to keep their fellow Australians safe.